Looking at the different types of EBS volumes, we have 5 types of EBS volumes. We have the 2 main types, which are the solid state, and we have the hard disk drive. And under the solid state, we have the general purpose SSD and the provisional IOPS SSD. And under the hard disk drive, we have the throughput optimized, and we have the cold HDD or hard disk drive. And lastly, we have the EBS magnetic HDD. The API names are the names attached that go with that. For the general purpose is referred to as GP2. And the GP2 or the general purpose SSD is for general usage, and you don't need any specification to use that. It balances price and performance. And the use case is for most workloads that we do every day. We can use a general purpose SSD. The volume size is between 1 gigabyte to 16 terabyte. And the max IOPS of volume is 16,000 IOPS. For the provision IOPS SSD, the API name is I01. It is used when you require fast input and output operations, when you want low latency or high throughput. And the use cases are for databases because you have a lot of operations going on. And whenever you have a throughput operation that is greater than 250 megabytes, or when you have an IOPS greater than 16,000, then you go ahead and use the provision IOPS SSD, EBS volume. For the hard disk drives, for the throughput optimized, the API name is ST1, and that is the lowest cost designed for frequently accessed throughput intensive workloads. It is a magnetic drive, so the HDD drives are magnetic drives. And the use case for the throughput optimized HDD is for use for big data and data warehousing. And the volume size is 5,000 gigabytes to 16 terabytes. And the max IOPS is 500. So we can see how the volume, the IOPS or the max IOPS reduces as you go from SSD to HDD. For the cold HDD drive, the API name is SC1. It is the lowest HDD cost and is used for less frequently used workloads. And an example is for file savers. The volume size is 500 gigabytes to about 16 terabytes, and the max IOPS is 250. And lastly, we have the EBS magnetic HDD. The API name is standard, but that is a previous generation HDD or hard disk drive. This is used for archival purposes. The volume size is from 1 gigabyte to 1 terabyte, and the max IOPS is 40 to 200 IOPS.